Oliver Brandon was a rich man, very rich, and a thoroughly nice guy. His daughter, Lucille, for all her riches, was a painfully shy girl. They were on vacation now in the Bahamas. They'd earned it. They'd worked hard, giving money away through the Brandon Research Foundation. They were enjoying themselves skin diving. They weren't using diving lungs because they were out for game. And in these waters, scuba is forbidden to the fishermen. So, they were out to catch their breakfast with just the air from their own lungs. I'm Mike Nelson. I was in Nassau on a salvage job. That morning, it took me to a meeting at Government House. My work kept me from joining the Brandons. The Brandons had some luck. Bad luck. They caught a strange and beautiful fish.
All right, baby. Breakfast is ready.
Hi, Dad.
Come on, honey. Let's have a go at that crazy fish we caught this morning.
Think it's edible?
Why, sure.
The fish looked like good eating, but it made a deadly breakfast. It was to have a weird effect on these two friends of mine. I thought that I had no part in their affairs that morning. Yet within a few hours, because of that fish, they both tried to kill me. Later that morning, I took Lucille Brandon out on my boat to go sponge fishing.
That's right, I did. Just give it a little harder yank, huh? Good. You're going to be a terrific sponge diver.
Thank you. Let's try downstairs, shall we?
All right. Shall we? Hey, I didn't notice that before. Who's the lucky guy?
What do you mean?
That's an engagement ring, isn't it?
Well, no. My father gave it to me.
Oh. How come it's on this finger?
You know.
Oh, I don't.
Well, it keeps people from bothering me.
Oh, you mean people like me, huh?
Oh, good heavens, no. I like you very much. Well, I mean, you know.
I was just kidding. Let's go sponging, huh? What's the matter?
Oh, too much sun or something.
Well, hit you all of a sudden, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, we don't have to go sponging, you know.
No, I want to, really. I just felt dizzy for a moment. I feel all right now.
How long ago did you have breakfast?
Hours ago. And I don't have indigestion. or vertigo, or sinus, or an earache.
Lucy.
Whatever had bothered Lucille, it didn't show now. She seemed perfectly normal as we descended to the sponge beds. Lucille held the sponge hook as if it were a weapon instead of a tool. Suddenly, it became a weapon, and she came at me with it. I had all I could do to keep her from hurting both of us.
There's nothing left. Earth, sky, nothing.
Stop it, sweetheart. I'm right here with you now. Everything's all right.
It's the end.
Don't talk like that.
Finished.
You think you're going? Wait a minute. Come on.
Let me go.
Stop it.
You're
not making
nothing
sense.
left.
Stop it now.
Nothing left.
When we got ashore, I rushed Lucille to the hospital. She was still in a severe state of shock, but I had radioed ahead, so the staff was ready to begin treatment immediately. A medical detective also began searching for the cause of her illness. Dr. Alan Clark, a biochemist and a friend of mine.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Mike. How's Miss Brandon now?
Oh, she's much better. I'm going to call her father. Thought I'd check with you first. Find anything?
Yes. Those hallucinations of hers were chemically induced. No doubt about it. But from what source, I don't know.
Chemically induced, huh? How?
Certain drugs, certain foods contain chemicals called hallucinogens.
Oh, yeah. You mean like those magic mushrooms down in Mexico, huh?
Precisely. It's most unlikely, though, that she ate any of them. Do you happen to know what she did eat for breakfast?
How would I know that? Wait a minute. They invited me to go fishing. Maybe they had fish for breakfast, huh?
Mike, last winter, a new, very odd fish turned up in the Everglades. New to science, that is. The Indians have known about it for centuries, it seems. They call it the Dark Evil. Here's a news story on it. Tell me what you think.
When eaten by humans, it produces hallucinations of hopelessness. Grief, despair. The victim alternates between suicidal and homicidal impulses. That's it, huh? They must have caught just that kind of fish.
They?
Yeah, she and her father.
And her father's in the same condition she was. We've got to find him at once.
I doubt if he's there at the cottage. We'll give it a try, huh?
Dr. Clark here, Enid. Put me through to the police, please. Yes, he is. Very well, I'll tell him. Miss Brandon's asking for you.
Maybe she knows where we can find him. I'll see you later, huh?
We didn't know then that my phone call to the cottage had triggered Brandon into action. We didn't know either what action he had in mind.
Sorry, I just can't seem to think anymore.
No idea at all where he might have gone, huh?
No. Lytton Key.
Huh?
A new foundation project. An oceanography institute Dad wants to set up. He's been out there many times.
I'll get on it right away. You take it easy now.
Mike, be careful with him.
I know what your father means to you.
No, I meant, don't let him hurt you.
To Brandon, in his crazed state, the two girls were not part of the beautiful underwater sights of Nassau. They were deadly enemies who had to be killed immediately. They saw the knife and reacted fast. The girls had escaped, but Brandon was already heading in another direction. When Brandon reached the dock, he found a boat. Suddenly, he realized which dock it was. The one at which explosives were stored for dredging operations. To his clouded mind, the boat and the explosives called for one thing: action. Brandon left at top speed. A crazed man with a cargo of nitroglycerin. A strangely poisonous fish had been caught and eaten by two friends of mine, Oliver Brandon and his daughter, Lucille. She had been given medical care in time and was recovering from the murderous hallucinations caused by the fish. Her father, the noted philanthropist, was still at large in a stolen speedboat. The police and the helicopter patrol were on the lookout for him. We were after him, too. Inspector Lyons of the Nassau Police and I. We already knew that he'd smashed up his cottage and then tried to stab 2 girls underwater. We didn't know that he'd also committed a robbery. And as a result, at any moment, he could turn into a human bomb.
His daughter did suggest Lytton Key, didn't she?
Yeah? She seemed to think he might be out there.
Good thing it's fairly deserted this time of the day. Wouldn't want him stirring up any more trouble.
Now, let's keep our fingers crossed, huh?
Helicopter Patrol. This is WM2050, Inspector Lyons, over.
Just sighted Mr. Brandon in an outboard motorboat heading out the channel. When he saw me, he altered his course. He's making for the lighthouse now. Over.
Fine. That's the heading we're on now.
Well, you should overhaul him in a few minutes. Out.
Out.
Oh, that's a lucky break.
WM2050, this is Nassau Police. Over.
Nassau Police, this is WM2050, Inspector Lyons. Over.
Just established that motorboat which Brandon is driving was stolen by him from Horsham Dock. He overpowered the guard and stole a quart can of nitroglycerin. Over.
Good grief.
Acknowledged. Now, the harbor area is to be cleared at once. All small craft, all swimmers, everyone. Understood? Over.
Yes, Inspector. Out.
Quart of nitroglycerin is enough to blow up the lighthouse.
We better see that we get there first.
I think we've got him.
You sure it's Brandon now?
Absolutely. He's in diving gear.
Oh, he is, huh? I better get into mine. Take up the wheel.
All right.
Don't get too close.
No fear of that.
I've seen nitro go off. Get this boat out of here, Inspector, fast.
There he was, Oliver Brandon apparently did intend to blow up the lighthouse. Unless I stopped him. He changed course. Some new hallucination must have entered his mind. What was he after now? I could have rushed him, but I didn't dare make him drop that nitro. The excursion boat anchored in the channel. By some new delusion, this was Brandon's target now. One tap of that can of nitro against the hull, and we'd all be goners. The tourists, Oliver Brandon, and me. The chemicals in the poisonous fish must have given Oliver Brandon some kind of super strength. I had a chemical going for me, too. Adrenaline. I got his weight belt off and took away his mouthpiece. The combination sent him to the surface.
Remarkable recovery, really.
Yeah. The hallucinations are completely gone now. I don't think Mr. Brandon even remembers what he did.
Doesn't he now?
No?
Splendid. You know, I don't think we will either. He's much too good a friend of the colony.
Okay, Inspector. Goodbye.
Well, when are they going to arrest me?
They're not. You're much too good a friend of the colony, so they say.
Oh, believe me, from now on, I'll try to be one. And one of yours, too, Mike. You can't be paid for what you've done, but you just name it, and it's yours.
Well, there is a little favor I'd like to ask of you.
What is it?
This ring of yours. You think you can get your daughter to wear another finger? It's a little discouraging.
Still discouraged?
Well,
Still discouraged?
Oh, no, not at all. Hi there. I'm Lloyd Bridges. Skin diving is certainly a lot of fun, and it's full of adventure. See some more of it again next week, huh? When there'll be another excursion into that fabulous underwater world of Sea Hunt.